Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about business, life, travel, and random trending topics. Now, today's topic is one that is trending, but I feel like it should be trending in a different way. And that's this idea of the Great Resignation. As I record this in August of 2021, there's a whole movement called the Great Resignation, and it is people that were either laid off during the pandemic or furloughed or just decided to quit their jobs, and them thinking about now returning back to the jobs that they had and realizing that that's not what they want. And there's a whole wave of people that are quitting and deciding not to go back and deciding to pursue entrepreneurships. Some are living off of stimulus, and everything in between is happening. And it's called the Great Resignation. Now, my premise is that the Great Resignation needs to happen for entrepreneurs. I am an entrepreneur. I started my first business at 19 years old. I started a second business, kind of what we do now, where my wife and I help entrepreneurs and businesses with becoming contributors to publications and different PR and visibility strategies. Started this business in 2011. And during that time, most of it, I have been a solopreneur, kind of wearing all the hats, juggling everything in between. And I would guess that most of the entrepreneurs that are watching this can relate. You have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of hats that you're wearing, a lot of things that you're doing, and a lot of moving parts to think about. And one that is not thought about is, how do you actually want to get up and spend your time? How do you want to live your day to day? If you get up and you look at your schedule right now and you see the appointments on there, do they excite you, or do they start slowly getting your soul to die inside every single day? And I can definitely relate to that. And so the question that you have to ask yourself is this how you want to do it? Now, a reason why a lot of us do it that way is because that we think that's how we're going to get paid. I have to coach, I have to consult, I have to sell a course, I have to do this, I have to do that, because that's what's going to bring in the revenue so that I can eat and survive. And sometimes that's the case, but a lot of times it would be different if we just went all in on the things that we actually want to do. So the question is it time for you to quit your business in the traditional sense of, I'm going to do what I think I have to do versus what I want to do? And a lot of the reason why people's businesses don't build to a certain place is because they're just not consistent in going deep in what they do. If you're a writer like myself, you are taught from day one that writers really don't make money, or the starving artist, or you got to take jobs that are 50 cents a word, and situations like that. When the reality is we teach this all the time. There are a lot of publications that will pay you real money to contribute content to your publications, and they can help you build other parts of your business. But to get to those opportunities is not easy, and it's going to require a lot of rejection, a lot of being ignored, and a lot of moves that you have to make to kind of build up your credibility to those publications. But people hit that first no, that first rejection, and they're all of a sudden they're like, no, this is impossible. Let me go sell a course. Let me go do coaching. So it's time for you to quit starting in your mind the way that you think a business should be built, or what you should be spending your time on, and start thinking about, what do you want to do? That's the beauty of business, folks. It's the freedom that it can provide when you set it up in the right way. So are you waking up and are you experiencing freedom, or are you waking up and are you experiencing dread? Then it's time to start thinking about, what's the path to get to that freedom and that enjoyment doing the things that you want to do. It's time to think about, what do I need to let go of that I've been taught that's what I have to do. Maybe it was a coach or a course or something out there that taught you a certain way to do things, and you've kind of just been following that way. It's time to think about what makes sense for you and your personality and who you are. And it's time to quit all the things that don't bring you joy, that are sucking your soul dry, and start focusing more on the things that you actually enjoy. The beauty of the time that we live in this whole digital world, is that there are opportunities all around us. billions of people use the internet and social media every day. Companies now rely on this medium right here, this virtual remote medium now, for employees to do their job. And what they're finding is that it actually works out in their benefit more than they actually thought it would. So a lot of what we do now is in the interwebs, which creates a lot of opportunities, especially for you as an entrepreneur. So if you're going to get there, if you're going to get to those opportunities, it's time to take a moment and get some clarity. It's time to join the Great Resignation as an entrepreneur, but in the way that you are going to quit what doesn't bring you joy. You're going to put a plan in place to start to focus on what does bring you joy and slowly build towards that plan. And it might take some time, but the beauty is once you get there, then you're going to wake up and you're going to be building a business in the way that you want to be building, doing the things that you want to do. And that's going to be a much better feeling than doing what you feel like you have to do.